What other people was good. Today I'll be talking about the next step that I think Bukola Saraki should take toward achieving his political goals and ambitions. This is a letter to Bukola Saraki and his supporters and the people who like him and the people who don't like him, but everyone, whether you like him or not, everyone who can understand his political style. The people who can really understand his political style are the people I'm actually doing this video for, because those are the only people who can actually understand what I'm trying to say in this video. The reason is this. I realized a lot of people who were criticizing Saraki while he was the Senate president are now praising him. Wow, Bukola Saraki, yeah. Nonsense. You see, Nigerians actually deserve the kind of leaders we have at times. I used to think like that. Of course, because when we have good leaders, we'll be blaming them, complaining all day. But when we have someone worse, we'll still be complaining like we should bring those ones that we chase the way back. Actually, Nigerians actually, can we say actually Nigerians actually chase Saraki away? I can't say that. But well, that's a story for another day. That's a story for another video. I'm going to make a different video about that. The point I'm trying to talk about in this video is that what do we think Saraki needs to, what I think Saraki needs to do, the next thing that he should do in his political journey toward achieving his goal, and what I see as his goal is making Nigeria a better country, creating equality without a nation with equality without any gender superiority of one gender over the other, even though there is a natural superiority of one gender over the other, a matter for another video as well, without any religious sentiment and things that are actually being done accordingly, without any kind of isolation or separation or treating some people differently, unlike others. You see, what I've seen in Saraki actually has been equality, treating people equally. Everyone knows Saraki actually have everyone usually have favorites, but no matter whom you are, no matter his favorites you have, I've seen cases in the ninth senate, in the ninth senate, the Bukola Saraki led senate, where he would shut Dino up. Everyone know Dino is one of his favorites. Dino is one of his loyalists in the ninth assembly. So when he would shut the likes of Dino up, the likes of Ben Bruce, tell them to sit down, so that another senator who doesn't belong to their faction or their caucus will be able to speak about something that he is really really interested in and would give value or add value to the state of the nation. So what I think he should do in achieving these dreams is, number one, I think Saraki needs to have his own party. He has to get a party that he is going to have full control over. There's nothing bad about someone having full control over a party, I think, and the reason is because when that person is someone that can be predictable, and that person, the people can actually predict what that kind of person can do, the good he can do and the bad things he can do when he has total powers. Because someone who is in the leadership seat, a political office, and still have the total control of the party can do and undo. So, and only someone with that kind of power can actually change Nigeria for better. I'm not going to lie to you. That is what Tinubu was trying to do before he compromised with Buhari back then in 2015. He was building a party that is going to be able to uh, produce him as the president of the country without any external force that can actually shift him away from the power. That is what he was trying to do. That is it. That was what Tinubu was trying to do. He built APC in such a way that the external forces like the Babangida, like all the Nigerian decision makers, all these Obasanjo and co, wouldn't be able to influence whether he stay in power or him leaving power when he eventually become the president. And he has been planning this for long. This is what I think Saraki also should have done, instead of going from one party to another and he being paid with with evil instead of the good things he has done to be reciprocated. I don't know if I'm still in line with this video, but if I'm still in line, if I'm sticking to the title of this video or the intention of this video, and I'm not waving around. You see, I'm just trying to let you understand the point that Bukola need to have this kind of circuit or this kind of circle as well, such that no external force, no external negative force can influence things in that party. You need to have his own party. He went back to PDP, and under the pretext that, or under the context that PDP is better than APC, he went to PDP because he believed APC was better than PDP. Now in APC, he went back to PDP because he realized that PDP is even better than APC, right? Even while in PDP, some people actually betrayed him in Kwara. I don't want to talk about that. That's not the context of the video. But the one that is recent now is the decision they made in Kogi State. And whether we like it or not, in PDP today, Saraki is one of the elder statesmen, one of the elders in PDP. It's not about the age, it's about the influence and the power and the things you can do and the things you've actually contributed to the party. Saraki is one of the elders and the decision makers in PDP, right? And he left that aside instead of him looking for a way to get an automatic candidate ticket or primary election, you know, of getting the party ticket as the governorship aspirant of the party for his favorites, which is Dino Melaye. He actually let them go on a normal, what's the name? On a normal primary election. They went on primary election, and Dino was actually defeated. But not defeating Dino wasn't actually the problem. The problem was actually when the primary election was distorted by thugs, by some opponents who were against Dino becoming the governor. Right? So instead of you doing that, why can't you guys solve things? Which shows that PDP still has the people in PDP, not actually PDP on its own, but the people in PDP still have their old that their old syndrome of using thugs to distort primaries and to distort the normal elections. And this is something we all are trying to eliminate from the country. A free and fair election. Even under your own primary election, you are using thugs to distort your own primary election in your party. So what assures us that even when you get to power and you are to stand against another party, what assures that you are not going to be assassinating people? That means PDP is still the old PDP that we know. So we should forget about all this romanticizing and romancing nonsense, that romancing the lies that the new PDP. There's nothing like the new PDP. PDP is still PDP, and we realize that even APC is not even better. APC is not better, but PDP hasn't changed. That's what I'm trying to bring out in this video. APC is not better. PDP hasn't changed, whether we like it or not. Bukola needs to have his own party where he will be able to manifest that equality that he wants. Because whether we like it or not, Tinubu is bleeping up already. He's bleeping up in his party already. He's fucking that party up already. Why? Because he built that party with equality, with justice, with everything. Now there's no more justice there. Their primary elections is now based on Baba Sokwe. One godfather said this, one godfather said that. Their governorship candidates or their political candidates are now being picked by the wish of the political godfathers, not by the party executives, not by the party members, not by the party leader, not by even the normal party members as well. It's only order from above. That is what they are using to choose candidates. Which back then in 2015, what actually made that party strong in 2015 was because they allowed a lot of people to come into the party, and they were using dual primaries. Even, what's the name? Ajimobi, I'm from Ibadan, and even Ajimobi went through a good primary election under a free and fair atmosphere to be the candidate of the party before he became the governor the second time. Even though there might be some politics that were played behind, all these things, but they were not trying to suppress someone else by force, which was what they did in 2019, suppressing people by fire, by force, stepping people down, doing a lot of things. Even they actually did that to one honorable in Ibadan. Just so rest in peace. What's the name? Olatoye Sugar. Trying to deny him of candidacy, trying to shut him down, and trying to take away his mandate. And I don't want to talk about that. That's he was assassinated, so that's kind of a sensitive issue that I wouldn't like to be talking about here. So the point, he was assassinated by, I don't know, the killers are yet to be known, but I don't want to go into that. So people don't start linking the party decision, the political decision of the party about him being given the ticket or not, or going to another party. People don't start linking it to uh, his mother. I don't know whether there is a link or not. Hmm? So that's why I won't be. But the point is that it was being shut down unfairly in the party, and Ajimobi used veto power to choose his favorite candidate. All the senate, all their senatorial candidates, he used veto power to choose them. There's no due primary. That's just like the one they actually did in 2015. They didn't do it accordingly, and now we're in 2019. They did all this hanky panky. Now we did their thing. No problem. Well, now Saraki need to have his own party so that he will be able to manifest this equality. Hmm? So that he will be able to build that party with the right set of people, with the quality set of people that will actually play along with the way he wants to play the politics. Hmm? And everything will be going through due process and not all this toggery here and there thing. Even though almost every politician have talks, I know a lot of people will be saying, Saraki also have talks. I don't know. He might. Why? Because I can't be a politician and I'm trying to do things with due process, and I know that you are trying to organize talks against me, or you have even organized talks against me, and you want to try to be violent during the election time, or while I'm ruling as the governor or whatever, or while I'm the senator or anything in any political process. You're trying to be violent with me, so you expect me to be carrying Bible to preach to you? No, that can never happen. You bring it by force, I give you by fire. That is it. It's not. But the point is that Bukola has proved himself in every way that he's trying to make upgrade and take the democracy of this country to a better level. Well, a lot of Nigerians are yet to realize that, and I don't think Saraki as well is in a hurry to do that as well. So even though Saraki might think that it is too late because maybe he's getting older day by day to day, he's getting older as well. Maybe he's thinking it is too late, but I am here to tell him it is not too late. And he also, I know, he's a smart man, an intelligent man. He usually foresee things. Even while he was the Senate president, a lot of things that when I think about something like this, I'm telling you, even without even posting about it or even tweeting about it at times, some ideas just pop into my head, and the following week, that kind of issue will be raised in the Senate. I swear to God. That's it. That's how. I don't know how our mind used to connect. I don't know, but the point I'm trying to make is that guy need to have his own party. Yes, he needs to have his own party. The party where he will be able to control all the irregularities, all the irregularities that can't be treated officially. Of course, those guys, all these whatever, or I don't know, the people who actually who disrupted the Kogi PDP primary elections, which involved and Musa, but I don't know the people who actually organized it. Whoever have done that should be sanctioned by the party, of which they didn't. That means they are encouraging Togri again. And their party is not yet to prove that they are the next best option for Nigerians. I think the likes of Saraki needs to pull out. Saraki needs to pull out, I think. And if he pull out, I know there will be a lot of issues against him. That's number one. The issue is not that anybody is going to trust him. That's not what I'm talking about. But what I'm saying is that his relevance and his influence and policies will surely reduce. That everyone knows that. But if he can endure that, I'm telling you, in few years to come, things are going to pick up better. And if he didn't compromise, just like if he didn't compromise his values and his goals and ambitions of the party that he is about to establish, if he eventually establish the party and found a new party, and he didn't compromise the goals and objective, the main aim and objective of the party, I'm telling you, Saraki will become the president of Nigeria and he will be able to rule confidently. Because if he stayed in PDP, he might also actually become the president eventually. But the point is, he might not even last more than a term, or if he used 2 times, he won't be able to achieve more. Why? Because he will be so much disturbed by a lot of external forces. PDP is a Iruwo party. APC is less of is a Iruwo party too, but it is less. Why? Because they have someone that encompasses everything that is going on. But now there is Buhari as well, who is also influencing a lot of things about the party as well. So we can't say Tinubu is actually in total control of the party, but he's in control of 70% of the party decisions. Hmm? So with that, nobody can just be doing anyhow in the party. You do anyhow, you are spanked. That is why any irregularity or any nonsense that happen in PDP will be actually as a bad decision of Tinubu, directly or indirectly. Why? Because he built the party to the extent that he was able to have the total control of the party. And any problem he is having in the party now would have been those people that are not the people he actually groomed to be in the party. The likes of El Rufai, the likes of Rotimi Akeredolu, the likes of Fayemi, hmm? The likes of all these guys, the likes of Rotimi Amici as well. Those are the guys that were not in his plan toward taking the old ACN to the national level. But it was presented with an opportunity of having Buhari as the presidential candidate, and he took it. And after taking that, he started compromising the aims and objectives of the party that he founded. And he wasn't. And after then, he wasn't able to do the things that he actually wanted to do anymore. He became the bullion van man. But well, I've said so much in this video. But the main point, I'm going to recap the main point again. The main point is that to avoid disturbance and disturbance, to avoid disturbance, interruption, and I don't know how I can put this, and lack of concentration. Interruption, disturbance, and lack of concentration. Buhari needs to have his own. Saraki needs to have his own party, and when he gets to have his own party, he will be able to control the party totally, just like Tinubu has been able to. Actually, I'm not saying this because of. I'm not trying to say you should copy Tinubu. No, 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 no. I've been able to I've arrived at this conclusion even before I looked into Tinubu's life comprehensively and realized that this was the same thing this man actually did. Was I going to do the same thing? And it shouldn't look into the fact that because Tinubu is doing something like that before, then that means he will be coming behind Tinubu. No, Tinubu has compromised the aims and objectives of his party, and he's not going to achieve the goal that the main what's the name? The main objective or the main goal or the main achievement that he wanted to achieve for establishing the ACN, the old ACN. Why? Because he merged the party with someone that he wasn't supposed to merge this with. Let's say you made a mistake, and instead of you to correct the mistake, you are making more mistakes. You are supporting Buhari over bad decisions that he were making, inflicting pains of the people of Nigeria. You see, let me tell you, the APC was the name. The APC empire is, they don't know, but because of the veto power and the military power that they are having with them right now, They think they are, they think they are, they think they are still in power. Hmm? So Saraki, don't look at that. Don't look at that. Just focus on, just try to give what I'm saying a thought. If this video is able to get to you, give what I'm saying a thought and work on it. I know it's going to be hard at first, but the point is that don't look at the fact that the likes of Tinubu have been doing. He has compromised the aim and objective of the party, and is not going to. They ca- they can't achieve the aim and objective of that party, which is him being the president and changing Nigeria for better. Because if he eventually become the president, we have to be satisfying people, and you can't make a Nigeria a better place if you have to if you want to become a people pleaser. And I'm telling you, with the kind of politics that Tinubu has played, he can't become the president without being a people pleaser anymore. He would have been able to before if he had been patient. If Buhari also have been patient, but they didn't. They merge what is not mergeable. What is not mergeable, right? They are trying to mix water and kerosene. No, it's not possible. They are two immovable liquids. So Saraki should give it a thought. And a lot of Nigerians who reason along with this, you can drop your opinions in the comment section. I'm going to read, and the ones I'm able to reply, I'm going to reply while you watch out for the next video. Thank you.